Hey guys, Scare9 here, welcome back to my channel today, and in this video I want to dissect all of the data I have gathered surrounding Solstice packages that are dropping from the European Aerial Zone, or the EAZ, and take a look at if they are actually worth farming for God Roll Solstice of Heroes armor going into Beyond Light. Myself and a lot of others are really excited to start farming out this armor because it's very easy to get, it'll last for an entire year, and it looks badass. So I went through, I grinded out 125 boxes, and I am going to break down everything I got here to give us some statistics on what you can expect to see from your boxes. Now, before we get into the video, I do want to remind you guys that my friends over at Advanced, the only scientifically proven gamer supplement, have just released two brand new focus flavors. The first one being Aspen Blue Raspberry, and the second one being Triple Berry Wreck. I highly recommend that you try some out if you've been wanting to try Advanced for a while. They'll probably sell out soon, so I'd jump on that. And you can use code Scare9 at checkout for 10% off your order. I'll have the link down below. But let's just go ahead and get into this video. So 125 boxes is not going to be the optimal sample size. We know that with the law of large numbers, the more points of data you gather, the closer to the averages you're actually going to be. So ideally, I would have 10,000 boxes to open, but 125 boxes alone took me upwards of 5 to 7 hours to farm to get keys for and the boxes. So obviously that's going to be a lot of time, and I want to make sure that we have some idea of these statistics before the event ends in 3 weeks. So I thought this would be a decent enough sample size to at least give us an idea of what sort of numbers we are looking at with these boxes. So the way I'm going to present this information, I'm going to say how many packages I got X item out of 125, give you the actual percentage that is, and then give my best guess at what the actual percentage that Bungie hard-coded into the game is, just so we have an idea of what actually happened to me and what might happen as we get a larger sample set. So I'm going to start with the most common and go to the most rare. So first off, out of 107 of these 125 boxes, I got a blue armor piece or a blue weapon. That means 85.6% of the time I got a blue piece of armor or a weapon, and I would, just kind of guess that the real drop rate is somewhere around 85%. Then the next most common piece, which actually really surprised me, is going to be Solstice Armor. I got this 43 out of 125 boxes, meaning that it is around 34.4%, probably just a solid 1 out of 3 or a 33.3% chance if I had to wager a guess. But that means that if you are farming these boxes, you can expect to get a piece of Solstice Armor out of about 1 out of every 3, which is pretty interesting. You can farm 5 or 6 Solstice packages per run if you're hitting 15 bosses, which isn't really that hard to do if you have a good dedicated team, meaning you should get a piece or 2 of Solstice Armor every single run of the European Aerial Zone with some decent luck, which is not actually that bad. Then the next most common thing was purple armor / weapons. I got these out of 31 out of 125 boxes, which is 24.8%. So if I had to guess, probably just a solid 25% chance on that one. Then out of 21 of the 125 boxes, I got an Umbral Engram, which is 16.8%. I'm not really sure what the real percentage on this is. If I had to guess, I'd say, Bungie probably just put a solid 15% chance to get Umbral Engrams, but 16.8% is kind of in the middle of a few really common percentages, so I don't really know. The next one is going to be Masterwork Cores. I got these out of 18 out of 125 packages, about 14.4%. Once again, if I had to guess, probably just a solid 15% drop rate, but I'm not really sure on that one either. It's also worth noting that I almost always got 3 Masterwork Cores when they dropped. A handful of times I got 1, and 1 out of these 18 times I actually got 5. So it seems like you could actually farm quite a bit of Masterwork Cores out of this, which is, pretty awesome. And then, most surprisingly, out of 3 out of 125 of these packages, I got an upgrade module, which is 2.4%, which I guess is probably just like indicative of a 2.5% average, somewhere around there. It's really weird that these are included. They're not really that expensive to get, and it's weird that they are so rare. I'm not really sure. That's kind of random. But that is everything I got out of 125 boxes, and I have to say I am pleasantly surprised with how common Solstice Armor is to drop. You could farm this for 5-6 hours and probably get God roll sets on one of your characters, if not multiple characters. If you take a look at the stats that I have in my inventory and in the Postmaster, a lot of these things are dropping at 62 plus stats. I got a lot of 65s. I think my highest was a 68. These things are dropping quite high and very frequently. So if you need a good armor set going into Beyond Light, I would say that this is one of the most efficient ways to do it. I still think the most efficient way to farm armor would be doing the dog encounter when it's the first encounter on the Leviathan. You get a team together, you farm it out, you complete the encounter, you reset the raid and go over and over again. That's probably the best way to get armor. But if you're a solo player or you only have 1 or 2 friends to play with, this might be the best way for you to farm out some very reliable God roll armor. So that's something I would definitely take a look at. So I hope you guys did find this video useful. If you did, make sure to leave a like rating and to share it with your friends. Once again, go check out the 2 new advanced flavors. You can find the link down in the description below. Code SCARE9 for 10% off to support the channel and help improve your game. If you guys are interested in watching either of the 2 videos on screen, you can click their respective annotations to be taken to them. If you're brand new to my channel, make sure to hit the giant version of my logo on screen to be subscribed to more awesome Destiny 2 videos and live streams. Thank you guys so much for watching today, and I will see you in my next video.